tonight we are going to a Columbus Clippers baseball game. We are going to be outside and it's been rainy and muggy. So I decided to do a makeup look that is good for oily skin when you're going to be outside in the heat and you want your makeup to last. So I just teach you a new trick using a special primer. I don't recommend you use it all the time, but every once in a while it's okay to use. So I just did basically like my regular makeup look and just used a different primer. I'm using a lot of highlight tonight and I'm digging it. If you guys have any requests for new videos, whatever you guys want to see, just leave it down in the comments and I will try to do my best to get those videos filmed. I hope you guys like this video and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so we're going to start out with our primer today, and instead of using like a regular primer, we're going to use some milk of magnesia. So what this does is it just mattifies your skin and it will make your makeup last a whole lot longer than using a regular primer. So I'm just going to use a foundation brush and dip it in and apply a thin layer all over my face. After you get your entire face covered, you're just going to sit and let that dry. So once it dries, it's going to look like chalk on your face, but you will not feel anything. And then once you start putting your foundation on, you won't see a thing. So I'm going to go in with a foundation cocktail today. I'm going to mix the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 112 and the Sonia Kashuk Satin Matte foundation in the shade 01 Bisque, I believe. So I'm going to take my L'Oreal sponge and just dab that all over my face, and once you do this you will not see that at all. Okay, now I'm going to take my e.l.f. concealer in the lightest shade they have. I don't remember what it's called, and I'm going to go under my eye and highlight my forehead and my chin. So I'm going to repeat with my L'Oreal sponge and just make sure that that is completely smooth. Okay, to set my under eye, I'm going to use my personal favorite, Johnson's Baby Powder, and I only recommend you use this if you are super pale because otherwise it will leave a white cast. So I'm going to go over wherever I put that concealer, cover up my smile lines, and use it on the corners of my nose where my foundation breaks up. And then I'm just going to take a powder brush and use any type of face powder and go all over my face. So for my eye look that day, I did something very neutral. I usually just go in the crease with a mauve shade, and then sometimes I'll darken it up with a brown, or today I'm using my bronzer just to add some more dimension. I'll go into the outer V and follow along the crease line just to make it a little bit darker. And then I'm going to take a flat liner brush and do a darker shade on my lower lash line. I'm a little all over the place today with my makeup. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do when, so now I'm contouring. I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush and the e.l.f. palette in the shade St. Lucia. This is a perfect contour shade for me. So now I'm just wiping away that baby powder that I baked my face with earlier, and I am using the same blush in that St. Lucia palette, and then taking a stipple brush and just making sure that those contour and blush go together seamlessly. I bronze my body up a little bit too, and then I'm going to take my Johnson's Baby Powder and bake my face as well. Now my brows, I just decided to do them off camera because they're not very exciting. So I'm just going to brush away that bake then do mascara, and I didn't film very much of that either because that's super boring as well. I'm taking the first shade in the Morphe 35F palette to highlight. Those top 4 shades are so perfect for highlighting because there's no glitter and they just look so creamy and perfect. So I personally like to highlight the tops of my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, a line down the center of my nose, go over those, and then my Cupid's bow as well. I got a text message from my sister, that's why I was laughing. So I'm going to use a more matte shade to highlight my brow bone because I don't want to draw as much attention to that as the rest of my face. And then I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild liquid catsuit lipstick in the shade Give Me Mocha. This color is so pretty. My lip shape is kind of odd, so it takes me a while, but as soon as you're done with your lipstick, that's it for the look. Okay, so I wanted to update you on my makeup. I do not have good lighting because I usually use daylight, but this is what it looks like. Still pretty good if you ask me. It's worn off a little bit on my chin, my nose maybe a little bit. But not too bad. I've had it on for 7 hours. It's definitely lasted. I don't look oily. I usually get oily right here and I don't feel oily at all. But yeah, so we had fun at the baseball game and I'm getting ready for bed. Good night.